Hi, hello, welcome to the Daily Tarot Buffet brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name, Serene Priestess Abossi. After your oracle today, I was sent to deliver the findings for the transiting moon into Gemini. And during the Pisces season, that is a fourth, cuarto house event, fourth house event, which means, our security, our peace, our heart chakra, our place where we go for comfort and to reflect, sometimes for sanctuary, not always, usually to take sanctuary in like privacy or stillness or calm, comfort. Not all of those at the same time, but all of those at different times. So usually one of those things at a time. Fourth house, eighth house, 12th house. Fourth house, privacy. Eighth house, secrecy. 12th house, discretion. It could talk about the mother, it could talk about the house chakra, it could also talk about the car. We need to reflect on some kind of targeting or regret, remorse, in the sense of like seeing if there's anywhere we're shameful or guilty, or if it's like under attack, being targeted. We have the devil card here with the Ten of Swords. So some kind of toxic negative influence may be canceled out, deleted. It may be damned, not just cursed, but damned, which is a strong word. It's one of the few curse words I don't like, the D word and the C word. I just use one of them. We have the sixth here. So there is some kind of jealousy, ego, false pride. There is some kind of enemy that's infiltrated, but this is being sought out, wrought out. It's being handled. Yep. The devil in the judgment card is when the past comes up to haunt or confront. Now, there's this energy here of judgment trying to be called on us. Somebody's trying to call judgment on us. Can you believe it? They're pretty prideful here. They really think that. So there's been this prayer that we have difficulty or we don't ascend or rise, or even I'm hearing a credit, we don't hit all the goals that we have. That's not going to fly. That's not going to go. In addition, it's been happening so successfully, so often, so back to back to back to back, so at a schedule, so consistently, repeatedly, doggedly, rigorously. This energy is entitled. The hatred that they have is pretty regimented. It's almost as if they wake up every day and go to work on bringing some kind of damnation to us. Now, in terms of us without energies of entities in our ideologies, enemies, our lower self is emerging, is rising. We might even be finding salvation in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. It does appear that the gate of temptation is open, but we're handling up. If there's been any test, we're doing rather well. We've been under a significant burden. We've been tested. We have Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. So that's the energy of digging a hole and falling into it. Devil, Ten of Swords, Six of Wands, Judgment, Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, Justice, Ten of Wands, Five of Wands, Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, World card. Signs all around me, signs of the divine. We've been going through tests as well. We've been tested consistently for some time and we won almost every time. The times that we didn't win, these were evaluations and examinations. Most of them were evaluations to see where we landed on a scale, on a spectrum. Very rarely was there a pass fail. I have a feeling that all the time, any type of pass fail exam was given, we passed. There's a difference between a venial sin and a cardinal sin. The cardinal sin is always the pass fail. The venial sin is where on the spectrum of you are you? How far along do you give? And I keep hearing this week all week, and it's often delayed obedience is disobedience. Whatever that means to whomever's watching, that's what that means. But could we achieve something here, world card, through some kind of ordeal? Now, we can't have Saturn in Sagittarius. We can't have Saturn in the ninth house. Saturn could have moved to the ninth house, or we have some kind of ninth house lesson, which is basically faith, belief system. Because there is some kind of karmic lesson here, and we made it out of that. Eight of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Six of Cups. Remember, I was saying this is very entitled. Devil card and the Nine of Wands, that's the evil eye or a toxic personality style. There was always an energy, entity, ideology of trying to see if we would give up our chosen spot, give up our chosen nature, if we would succumb to some type of lower vibrational energy, if we would step off the throne, step out of our energy, come down to something or someone else's level. We're leaving behind this toxic negative influence, toxicity, negativity, maybe evil. It doesn't seem to be so much miserly embittered as it is evil, sinister, and wicked through free will, defiance, a hatred of the glory of the divine, because there are certain beings that are made of love. They are made of light. They live in the light, they live in love. They're innocent and pure because their heart is open. There's other energies here that their heart's not entirely open. When they do act in some kind of way, shape, form, or another, it's not always authentic, genuine, and sincere. Sometimes the love is conditional. Sometimes there is something criminal. Sometimes there is something dark. Sometimes if they do have remorse, it's not real remorse, it's regret that they were caught, not remorse that they harmed. There's been this getting to higher ground. Yeah, so we're taking refuge in the divine, away from the dark, away from. So the devil rules ignorance, falsities, but ignorance and illusion, ignorance and fear. And it's like we're looking back over the last whatever time period, and we're seeing what we had to stand up against and how this darkness and whatever stronghold it had at whatever time that was had some type of obstacle or barrier that was successful in creating, partially because we gave to it, partially because we participated in it in ways unknown, most of them unintentional even. They did happen, however. Signs all around me, signs of the divine. I keep hearing that. So we're seeing God in everything. Maybe we look around and we look at things of light and we see tiny rainbows everywhere and refracted in the light. It keeps repeating that we're coming to this completion more so than the standard completion, a 10, or the Wheel of Fortune. This is like a level up, a rise up, a boss up, a handle up, stratification, getting to a bigger, brighter, and better in a way where we can never go back. Things will never be the same. It's a lifetime achievement, if you would, because we made it out of the devil. Also, said differently, the stronghold that the devil had is depleting. We're walking away from the thing that got us down in the pit or down and snared in the devil's grip. So we're going to trade those addictions or those iniquities for divine, something divine. Instead of sitting down and procrastinating all day and watching TV, maybe we'll give a little money or give a little bit of volunteer time. Instead of complaining, we'll say gratitude every time we want to complain. Instead of judging, we'll ask for mercy and apologize for a shortcoming. We're just like course correcting, pivoting. If we're consistently 10 minutes late, we start leaving the house 20 minutes early, kind of arbitrary example, but and that was no type of judgment, but that's really what's coming out here. There is going to be some type of judgment. Justice card and the judgment card are both out. With the Ten of Swords, that means damnation. With the Ten of Wands, that means purgatory. With the Six of Cups, that means there is going to be somebody who finds grace, and the Six of Cups is on our side. So we're leaving behind this toxic energy, mainly temptations and policing of whatever construct or paradigm. We're heading towards illumination externally, damnation internally. So there are things that are being condemned, mainly some kind of ego, bartering off the ego. You know, I've been reading Mark's 6. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of, that's, I don't know the verse there, but it's Mark 6:33. I was just reading that. It's like literally right here. So, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and the righteousness of all things that shall be added unto you. Take therefore no thought of the morrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is evil thereof. Take heed that you do not your alms before men, to be seen of them. Otherwise ye have no reward for your Father which is in heaven. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But when thou doest alms, let not thy hand know, let not thy left hand know what the right hand doeth, that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father, which seeth in secret, shall reward thee openly. I'm not going to sit here and read the Bible to you, not in this context, but what I'm hearing, what I'm getting is like, this was an ego proposition. That's what I'm getting. I had to find my way there. We were future pacing, worry about what people were saying, worry about what people were going to do. We found this peace where we can walk through every day unburdened. And it took some time to get saved, but we got saved. That's really what this is. We got saved, whatever that means. It doesn't always mean finding Jesus Christ unless you understand that Jesus Christ really just means love. Okay. Because the Bible, the way that it's given, the way that it's transmitted, the way that it's taught is just not as gross. But the Bible is basic instructions before leaving Earth, and there is truth in there. It's a spell book, it's a guidebook, it's literally a science book. So we're leaving behind something, and it's very, very clear because where we're at is being saved, and this other side, they are weary of judgment because the spot that they're sitting in is stolen. Six of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Moon. Yeah, there's something here. It's an illusionary. Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, Magician. Yeah, so we had to break up with certain energies. On other places, we had to have the bubble burst, the reality come to the foreground. There might have been some spilt milk that needed to spill. Maybe it was spoiled or maybe it was poisonous. Because something is with us all the time. It's like spirit is never far away and it's not going to shout because it's right next to us. There's an energy here that's backfiring, and for the longest while, it was breadcrumbing us to lead us along, and it's as if it has no more access or has no more. It can't get us to convert. It can't get us to take this one action that we would normally take, which perpetuated some type of snare. There's the word snare. I'm hearing that, and we have three sixes here in this reading. A pair of tens, a triple six, a double five, that's a pair of fives, a pair of nines, a pair of knights, the devil, five of wands, those are demons. And I misspoke. I thought there were multiple fives. Oh, there is. And devil, five of cups, those are, I was gonna say miserly embittered people, though they're separated. They're on their path downwards. But do you know what I heard? Devil and the five of cups is a highway for demons. It's the most susceptible to the devil. It's slaughter territory. So there's a trick, a jip, a something's trickster here. Magician in reverse, not able to manifest or uses trickery to manifest because there's backfiring and targeting, maybe paranoia even. There's an inability to look at the depths of one's soul. So there's this tendency to skirt blame, not be accountable because they can't self reflect, not as swords in reverse. They can't even be alone with themselves. On our end, we're finding transmission that something's been offered to us that we're finally grateful for. And it's kind of been there all along. It's never really left. And so now we have this humble energy because we're grateful. We could have almost been lost. We could have almost never been saved. And there is some extra evil. With the moon and the devil, that's the Leviathan, the big. And then depending on the five, it would talk about the behemoth or whatever. So there's like a handful of beings that they're basically the monsters of the devil. One of them is the form that the devil takes on. I just said what the name was. You don't repeat that too many times in a row. So something turns around here. So we see evil exactly for what it is because we've moved into a spot of sanctuary. Giovanni Fanciulla. So we're still virginal and might not be chaste, but it would be innocent, something that we've never done before. We were walking around wounded, disperata per gelosia. Now it's just a sense of there's nothing but joy from here on out, but we know the fall is near. That there are beings around us, mostly in human form, that are going to perish because the rapture's next to us. We've been awoken. We heard the trumpet. We saw the sign. Ten of Swords judgment card. We got woken up. We got saved. And there's energies around us that we have to leave behind. We have to, it would feel like we're being broken up with. That's how things came at first. And it was a shaming mechanism so they could breadcrumb us, but we never took the bait. This was a way to get us in an emotional state where they could drain our heart so they could shut off our access to the divine. Because having an open heart would have meant that we were going to get rewards later on. But what happened is we made it through that. It wasn't expected that we would, but we made it through that. I just confirmed this moon with the magician and this trickster energy. We have a 5 of 6 of wands and a 5 and 6 of cups. That's Leo and Scorpio energy. They want us desperate so that we can get in a certain energy. They want us to be an enemy to ourselves, and they're holding a resentment that we have a comely nature. Our nature is enough that if we repent and pray, we will be saved. There hasn't been anything done where we're not going to receive grace. God never really stops loving us, but we may have to go through harsher lessons in order to receive grace. There's nothing going on where we wouldn't receive grace if we asked for it. There are some people that can't say that. They have to burn off karma. They have to work out some type of punishment. They have to be, they have to atone for their sins. That's not where we're at. Nothing major has happened. The moment we know better, we do better. And that's an issue for another person that we were carrying some type of guilt that we didn't need to. We're not going to be shamed or blamed for things that are not ours. We're not going to carry anybody else's karma. So there is an energy here of something trying to borrow our luck or borrow our favor or borrow our. It's not going to happen. Judgment is here. We've made it out. We pass judgment. That's what this is saying. Let's look at this pair of fives. Another five. So it's bursting the bubble and purging energy. There's a lot of people around us that can't go any further. They're being wrangled down and restrained. There's some rule, regulation, restriction. Because we're a golden goose and there's a mirage around us. They're trying to make us believe that we're like them and that we should keep them around. It's not true. You know, nobody's better than anybody else, but some people are more deserving. And you become the energy of your average five closest friends. Okay, nine of swords. We have a double nine here, nine of wands, one of swords. It's about a choice here, being at a crossroads. That's why we were isolated, because we're finally investing where we need to invest our energy. And there was some other energy benefiting from the seeds, the fruits that of our labor, the seeds we were planting, what we were trying to sow, and that got redeemed, saved. We received grace in some kind of way. But that's also telling us why we were Eight of Swords, restricted, reign, regulated, restrained, because there was an energy entity that's been left to their own devices, policing our energy. What is this? 666 here. It's triangulation. There's some desire to block our gifts, bind them down, because we are supposed to receive heaven upon earth. And something here wanted to pin us down in a jar of an energetic barrier. It didn't work. Whatever they were praying for on us got given to them. And remember when I first started the video, I got up and walked away and I was getting this energy of something's no longer working. There is a person or energy around us that was seeing all the blessings, seeing all the anointing on our life, and they were praying that we wouldn't receive those. And they were allowed to pray that way so that it would build up their karma, negative karma. And it finally completely took them out of the running for grace. They're done, they're wrecked, they're ruined, and they did it to themselves. I want to know what the double 10 is. Again, it's they're caught, they've been arrested, seized by the divine, and they're under review. Three of Pentacles. Their heart is being tested. There's an assessment going on their end. What is this double knight? They wanted our path, but they were not deserving and it wasn't their calling. What is this judgment with the devil? Because that means the past comes up to haunt or confront. So yeah, they are opportunistic. They wanted what we had. They were in a life where they weren't going to get any blessings. And we were supposed to come into great blessings, but we were all supposed to be their blessing. If they had helped us, served us, collaborated with us, it would have been better for them, but that's not what they wanted to do. They wanted to steal from us, take from us. They didn't want to see us get what we had coming to us. Temperance, King of Swords, Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, full card, Seven of Swords. Wow. So they're fake divine, they're fake healed. Who's with the double ace? There's a pair of aces here. Yeah, breadcrumbing. It's some kind of energetic projection. Double eight. It's an energetic projection designed to keep us blocked. So they not only did they create obstacles, they policed those obstacles to keep us where we were at. Spending so much time minding our business, you ain't got nothing going on for yourself. We have supreme authority coming to us, so that's a rank increase. King of Swords full with the Three of Wands. There's more on the way, some type of judgment. And we are the judge. So it says they had successfully, whatever this energy is, and I know it's definitely another person, because the Knight and the Nine tell me that there's other energies. It's mainly the Knight. They had successfully sealed us into some spot of blockage. They had done that for a long time. They did a really good job at it, but God removed it. God removed it. What is this that they did? It's because they had close access to us and they were giving us bad advice. Everything they were doing was to poison the well. All pique. This is all swords here. So spiri, the longing, morte, and prigione, the prison, leaving us in a place where we're an enemy to ourselves when we should have been getting wise counsel. And it's because they had direct access to us. So what that was the Five of Cups. Once people lost direct access to us, that's when the blessings were going to start to come in. Yep. And that's what the ancestors wanted, what the spirits wanted. Mm-mm. So yeah, once we broke out, broke free, and had proper judgment and discernment, something was going to shift, something was going to happen. Salvation and redemption. There was going to be a return of our blessings. That energy was prevented from us so that other people around us couldn't, was temporarily withheld from us so that other people around us couldn't get access to it. Now we have a double ace. I looked into that. What is with this Knight of, because there might be a Sag rising here. Medicine is a wounded healer. Our experience is given us, our test has become a testimony. That's what this is saying. So that's it, Knight of Wands and the Ten of Wands. What is that talking about? All those delays and all those sorrows. So this was a message about having passed judgment, but it really came through being saved. So we were under a test that went for so long that we finally overcame, came up out of, came up off of something. And to be honest, the guidance we were given was that certain people needed to be taken away from us, the ones that we were holding on to. Because there are people around us that are blocking our blessings from coming in. And we had to undo that. We had to allow these people to get gone. What happened was the divine came in and broke that energy up. So it's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. If anything resonated deeply with you, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, dandava, and ashe. Just a quick dedication of merit to all those still lost out there, to illusion, delusion, confusion, lost in this is a time trapped somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace of the divine in unconditional one and universal oneness, and unconditional love and universal oneness. Ha'anapana, we love you. We're sorry. Please forgive us. Thank you. We pray that your steps are ordered, your path illuminated, and that you find salvation and redemption in this life. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, dandava, and ashe. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be whole, may you be at peace, may you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. See you in the next one. Take good care. Bye-bye.